another video. This one is kind of just in regards to Mini's Ultima 7.1 raid strategy. And it's kind of where the account is. I'm still planning to do a day 160 update in a few days, just when that obviously comes about. We have obviously started U7.1. It's been almost just a couple days now. We started, I believe, on Friday. And we're doing pretty good so far. We're at 80% right now. Well, actually, a little bit over 80%. We are still currently missing a member, so that certainly comes into play as far as, getting to that 100% factor. So kind of looking where Mini is, I was able to kind of tag team this node between Dracarys and Mini, and I just wanted to kind of see, where Mini was in terms of a boss node. I wasn't able to do a full boss node on U7.0, so I didn't really think that Mini would be able to handle a full boss node on 7.1 either. And actually, for the most part, I tend to kind of get stuck. This node right here is normally kind of the one that kind of finishes off my symbiotes, and I kind of have some bad luck there. Today I was able to clear it, and I think there are a couple factors that are kind of contributing to that. And just taking a look at my symbiotes, I'm going to just filter out some of the extra stuff that's got going on over here. So as we are looking at my symbiotes today, a couple things have happened since I have first started these Ultima 7.1 nodes. The first big thing is I got really lucky with a symbiote Spider-Man drop, and over the course of the last month or so, I've been working on getting him towards 4 stars, just with those milestone orbs, and I did just get the last 10 shard pieces the other day. So I was able to finally take him up to 4 stars. It did boost his power actually by about 10,000. He was sitting at about 61,000 prior to the star up, and that's kind of a combination of, it being 4 stars, but then also getting him to 4 red stars. So that has certainly helped. When we started U7.1, I believe my symbiotes were roughly around 290k, and right now they're sitting at 332k, so I've definitely been able to get them a little bit higher, and that is certainly helping. So kind of a combination of things that I am doing. I have started equipping some of the G14 stuff to my symbiotes, and I'm also leveling them up as I am able to. Mini is currently level 73, so kind of my priority with this, Symbiote Spider-Man was the first, followed by Carnage. Next is Anti-Venom. I'll then follow that up with Scream and regular Venom. And, for me, my overall strategy is always things that you do on a daily basis should always kind of take priority as far as, what you're currently working on. And, raiding is an everyday occurrence, and raid rewards are going to benefit you, pretty much the most. Those give you kind of the best daily rewards, and the better you are doing in the raids, the better your rewards. And as we are continuing to press on to U7.2 and higher, those stronger raid teams are going to become essential. So I've kind of once again shifted focus. It's kind of a dual purpose though, because I am still kind of working towards Dark Dimension 3. It's just kind of changed my priority a little bit. I was originally planning to take Pimtech or the Pimplane up to G14 first, just because, they would be doing those, essentially the first 8 nodes of Dark Dimension 3. As I've talked about on Khaleesi, that team is definitely made for Dark Dimension, and I am fully confident that Minicall will do very well with the Pimplane going into Dark Dimension 3. Like I've said in the more in-depth reviews of that specific team, they may not be able to one-shot all the nodes, but they just have great survivability, and I think they will make, in particular, the global nodes just a lot easier to do. But anyway, this is not a Dark Dimension 3 video, so I don't want to get too much into that. But so originally I was working on building up PimTech, the Pim plane to Gear 14, and they were going to be my primary focus. So what I was kind of doing was I was working on finishing those campaign nodes to make the gear farmable, just to make getting them up to Gear 14 a little bit easier and faster. However, like I said, with us now in Ultima 7.1, my focus needs to be I need at least a viable and sustainable raid team that can at least make it to the Ultimus nodes 100% of the time. And honestly, running 3 accounts, I would like it to be an auto situation. So I don't want to have to manually fight any of the fights. I wanted to be able to just click auto, let the game do what it's going to do and still get me to the Ultimus boss node. Right now, the team is not able to do that. I do have to manually fight kind of the last 2 nodes, and that only gets me up to the War Machine node, which my raid lane partner actually cleared today. So I wasn't able to test that out. That's still definitely something I need to look at. It's the node right here. It's the final boss node prior to Ultimus, so it's essentially kind of the 4th boss node. Um, so I'd like Mini to be able to kind of auto that, and that is not the case at the moment. So what I am doing is I am trying to get those gear tier 14 pieces kind of on farm, and just looking at Venom here, the big ones are these little crystal shards, the superior phosphates, and the superior MRIs. So I've been buying these in the store when I can, just to kind of keep my supply going. I am getting low on the phosphates as well as these isomers. The isomers I am hoping to be able to get to farmable pretty soon, and in order to do that, I need to get into Nexus 8.7. And if you look over here, I am actually currently on that node, and that node requirement is actually Shield, Brotherhood, or X-Men team members. So this kind of still falls in line with what I was doing with my original Dark Dimension 3 plan. I wanted to finish the Nexus nodes first, just because that does give me access to the Doom campaign, which does have a lot more of those G14 items. So luckily, I've kind of already started this. I'm currently working on my X-Men to kind of get into that node. I tried it with most of the X-Men at Gear Tier 10, and they still died pretty easily. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking them to Gear Tier 11. I've already done it with X-23. I am almost there with Colossus. And then next I will do Cyclops, followed by Beast, and then I think I'll finally start working on Storm. And hopefully at Gear Tier 11, I can go in and get that node done, finish up the last 2 nodes, I believe, for the Nexus, and then that'll get me into the Doom campaign. Once I'm in the Doom campaign, again, I can kind of work on getting those orange items farmable. So if you look here, the last node in the Nexus campaign is also going to get me those superior MRIs, as well as making Thanos farmable, which is certainly a plus, just for the side bits. But so right now, I am focused on getting those Gear Tier 13 and 14 pieces farmable. Because, like I said, I want that the symbiotes to be able to auto those nodes. So that's kind of my focus right now. So I am still, in a weird way, kind of focusing on Dark Dimension 3. It just kind of has like that side effect of it. My primary focus right now is getting my raid team up and running again. Um, not the most exciting thing, I guess, in the world, but like I said, raids are something we do every single day, and the higher you are up on the damage for the raids, the better your rewards are going to be. Mini right now is sitting at 19 mil, which again is, certainly nothing to scoff at. I am in the 7 to 12 range. Ideally, hopefully I'll be able to get Mini up a little bit higher and I can maybe break into the 3 to 6 range. And, it's giving you just a couple more T4s. Again, it's nothing crazy, the differencing behind it. But again, like I said, the better the rewards you get, the better. So right now, working on X-Men to get through those last three Nexus nodes. Um, the plan is, like I said, I will finish taking Colossus to Gear Tier 11. Follow that up, I will finish up Cyclops, and then I will finish up Beast. And then I will then begin to work on Storm. So once I get my symbiotes to fully level 73, which, I'm only missing three of them now at this point. Once I get them to level 73, I can then take those training modules and bring them back into the X-Men. Like I said, I'm trying them out at level 60 and seeing how they do. So the idea right now is level 60, skills 666 and 4, and then gear tier 11. And I'm hoping that should be enough to get me through those last three Nexus nodes. If that's not the case, the next option is to take them to level 65, see how they do there, and then if that still isn't enough, the next option is to take them to gear tier 12 and see what they can do then. But I'm hoping, obviously, the less resources I can invest, the better, because then following getting those two nodes farmable, the next item that I really will need to become farmable is these phosphates. And kind of looking here, the obviously hero or villain 7-4 is one option, and then the second option is Doom 1-8. So I think I am actually already on the villain 7-4 node, so that would be my option for that. And I haven't started strategizing that yet, just because, like I said, one team at a time, and I'll kind of revisit that as I go. And then also, I guess in the future, what I can start doing too is just kind of going over some of my plans for these different nodes, and just kind of what I guess I'm planning to take in or what I'm planning to do. I actually, looking at my roster, I might actually be able to go in and actually handle that villains node now. I might actually try that off camera and just see how I do, and I'll do a little post of which team I actually used for it. But yeah, so that's kind of where the team or where the strategy is. Really working on just kind of getting my raid team up. And one good thing is that running raids every day, I'm able to kind of do a daily kind of tracker. And when I get to the point where my symbiotes can at least auto up until the fourth boss node, at that point I might hold off on building the team a little bit higher and go back to my primary focus of Dark Dimension 3, as well as finishing those campaigns. Hopefully you are guys finding the strategy helpful. If you have any additional questions about what your own personal strategy should be for U7.1, feel free to reach out to either myself or anyone else in leadership. Always happy to answer questions, help you theory craft teams. And as always, if you did find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hoping everyone is having a good one, and let's keep on pushing through Ultimus 7.1. Have a great day and take it easy.